Hey everybody, today we're talking about Batman One Dark Knight. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're taking a look at Batman One Dark Knight. I got this as a Father's Day gift. This is the hardcover. There is a soft cover out there, but this is part of the DC Black Label line. Why is it Black Label? It doesn't really need to be Black Label. Like, there's no cursing. It might be a little bit of cursing. There's no graphic violence. There's no graphic nudity. There's no sex. It's just a Batman tale, basically. But, you know, hey, if Jock wants to write and draw and do his art on this beautiful, like, wider screen format with the magazine size, I guess we can do Black Label. Like, that's fine. I'm not gonna do an overview of the hardcover or anything like that, but it is nice. The end sheets are cool. They're like black and white stuff. If you don't know Jock, he is an artist. He's writing and drawing this book, doing the inks. I believe, does he do the colors himself? I think sometimes he does do the colors and sometimes he doesn't. Yep, writer, artist, colors. There you go, Jock. If you don't know Jock, he did The Losers back in the day with Andy Diggle. He's done, the Batman story with Scott Snyder with Dick. What's it called? Not Mirror Mirror. I'm losing it. God, I wish I knew where things were. Black Mirror. There you go. From Black Mirror. The Black Mirror with Gordon Jr. and all that stuff, that's where you might know Jock from. So this is his own Batman story. It takes place kind of out of continuity. You know, it's just a random Batman story. Gordon's still around, Montoya's still around, but we have Batman doing things and basically trying to get a prisoner from Arkham Asylum over to Blackgate Prison within one night. And he's basically escorting this convoy from behind, and this prisoner has like EMP powers, so of course everything's gonna go wrong. Somebody set up all the gangs to coalesce and cause a disturbance so that the EMP powers activate, and then somebody can come in and take this prisoner out and use him however they want to use him. So that's kind of what it's Batman is fighting. And it's a really compelling story. Like, I really did enjoy this. As simple as it is, just sometimes that's the things that work the best. So if you've ever seen the Dread movie or the Raid or things like that, where it's like, hey, we have to go from here to here in 2 hours or in one night, that's the same thing that's happening with Batman. He's got to get this prisoner from one end of Gotham City to the other within the night before everything kind of blows up and takes him down. Killer Croc's in here, but mostly it's Batman versus some street thugs and this this villain. I think they call him EMP, something like that. He doesn't have a really cool code name. I believe he's created just for this story. I don't remember seeing him before, but I did like it a lot. So it's 3 issues, but as with most of these like larger format Black Label books, the issues are oversized, so it's more like 5 or 6 issues in terms of like length of how long it's going to take you to read it. The art is gorgeous. I like Jock's art. It is very stylized. It is very angular. Like, if you like Andrea Sorrentino's stuff on Batman the Imposter or any of the other older stuff, then you might also like Jock. He's very free-flowing, it looks like he's very fast or he's very impulsive with his art, because not mistakes are made, but it's not perfect. He's not striving for perfection. He's not a realism artist like the way I would categorize Ivan Reis or Jim Lee, striving for this comic book realism. He is very expressionistic, and I appreciate that about his art. It's about feeling, it's about power. The way that Frank Miller has kind of been in the last couple of years since he started doing Sin City. What am I talking about? That was like 20 years ago. But Frank Miller, Sin City Forward's very expressionistic. So this is almost like a newer version of a Frank Miller Batman, I would say. He's rough, he's buff, he's tumble. You know, he beats people up. It's no holds barred, because Batman's going to accomplish his mission. And the things they manage to throw his way along the way are pretty neat. You know, nothing stands out to say like, oh, that I've never seen this before or anything like that. Again, same thing with Batman the Imposter. Like, this is a really good Batman story, although I think this one, I just had more fun reading than I did when I read Batman the Imposter. So I would recommend this over Batman the Imposter. If you're looking at 2 one-and-done Batman stories that are recent, go ahead and pick those up. But I think you're going to enjoy this one a little bit more. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Batman 1 Dark Knight. I really like this, like way more than I'm sounding, and definitely way more over Batman the Imposter. So yeah, I would give this a recommendation. If you haven't read this yet, I think it's worth your time if you can find it at a library or something like that, if you don't want to spend the money on a hardcover, or there is a softcover available, but hey, you do you. But I would recommend reading it. It's pretty fun. So that's my thoughts on Batman 1 Dark Knight. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this book, and I will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.